Hello everybody and welcome to another video. This is going to be a rambly video. I'm going to be talking more me personally, the channel, how I'm feeling, how I think the channel's going, the problems I think I'm facing, and my plan of trying to rectify this. So if that's something that you want to view and listen to, and feel free to comment on the comments below. Feel free to do so. If you want to subscribe, feel free to subscribe, like, share, and all that good stuff. It all helps. But yeah, I'm gonna talk a little bit about being a content creator, in the Warhammer sphere, and how that generally works. And what I think is not necessarily working, and how I'm going to try to fix this. So grab brew, get comfortable, and let's get frank. So yeah, I've been making content now on this channel for nearly 2.5 years, continuously. I have done, made content on the channel previously. I think I made my channel back originally in 2014. So I've had my channel nearly 10 years, but I've kind of, with personal circumstances and how my setup before, and how I wasn't able to have like a proper computer, my ex-partner would never let me, and was using a laptop and having to use my phone or a webcam and stuff like that. It was very hard to make content back in the day, and it isn't until I started doing Twitch, and then when I sort of moved in and become a single man and moved in on my own, that I was able to really focus on making content for myself and getting a proper camera and lights and a proper computer and all of that kind of stuff, that I was able to really start learning how to make content properly. And it's definitely, every day is a learning day with it. You constantly learn how to edit better and get new ideas and improving things like your microphones and your lighting, and you become more confident talking to a camera, and everything else. And it is definitely, every day is a learning day. And it has been interesting. This past 2.5 years have been amazing. I have had so much fun making content. And in that past 2.5 years, my channel has gone from around about 1,200, 1,100 subscribers, nearly to 4,000, which is pretty cool. And I'm even now when I look at that number, I'm blown away that there's nearly 4,000 people have hit the subscribe button and watch my videos. It's nuts, absolutely mental, and it's very humbling. And I do want to become a better content creator. Now, lately, I have seen a bit of a trend where my numbers have gone down. Now, normally, up until around about Christmas, I have been pumping out about 100 subscribers a month, give or take. Sometimes just above, sometimes just below. And it's been really, really good. For the past couple of months, that has slumped to about 60 to 70 subscribers. So I've lost about 30% of my subscriber growth. Now, I have introduced new video types, started trying to do the tutorials again, and I am still going to continue that. That's something that I'm not going to change. I am still going to do those type of content, and I will still do talky head stuff like this. But I'm starting to think that the dream of becoming a big Warhammer content creator is not going to be a thing. I don't think that's ever going to happen. So I'm kind of going to be looking at different things. And so Baron's War is one of them. And this is a video that's been coming for a long time, for the past couple of weeks at least. And sort of the real sort of thing that sparked that, in that sort of this video and my way of thinking, is the Baron's War 2nd edition. It's got me incredibly excited for it, and one of the things that I realized after I become really excited for it was oh, I want that box, I want to do this, I want to do that. I went, I can't really do content on it because it's not going to get the views, it's not going to generate the interest that the that I wanted to do. Like, I've done videos on Baron's War before, painting tutorials, and it hasn't really garnered that much interest. Now, looking back at those numbers and looking at the numbers I'm getting right now, they're pretty much similar. So I'm like, oh, okay, maybe there is. Maybe this is a good time to sort of bring that element in and start doing something like that. And I had a chat yesterday with Ben from More Warhammer, and kind of talking about content creation and sort of that sort of drive and that passion for it. And it's kind of like I want to get back to doing. I want to mainly not so much get back to doing, but be getting into doing more content that I want to make, rather than following trends and metas and all of this. So I'm going to be doing a lot more things on Baron's War. I'm going to be talking a lot more about my armies that I'm collecting. I'm going to turn this channel more into a hobby channel for me, rather than a trying to be something I'm not going to be. And this is no dig at any of the content creators that are on the GW program. Like, they've worked incredibly hard to get onto that, so fair play to them. You know, the ones on YouTube are pumping out the content and making some amazing content. Like, I love watching Ben's content. Like, his way he makes his videos, it's superb, and I really wish I had that space to be able to do that kind of stuff and have that technical know-how on how to do that. Like, some of the stuff is amazing, and seeing like Tabletop Tactics yesterday showing their studio and their setup was like mind-blowing. That this is like so cool. But I understand that I'm never going to be there. I'm never going to be at that point, and this is always going to be a hobby for me. So it's kind of like, cool, okay, so let's focus on the hobby, and that's the plan. So I want to do games that I'm interested in. I want to do things that I'm interested in. I want to cover armies that I'm interested in, models that I have a passion for, that I want to paint. And I want to do things that really get my juices flowing, because I'm not the only person that likes that stuff, and hopefully other people out there will also enjoy that and also enjoy that content as well. And that's kind of the vibe I want. I am pretty much a very chilled content creator. I don't really get too excited about things. I generally try to stay away from the drama farming. I deliberately don't really go into the rumors, which I could, because I do get quite a few messages and information regarding it. But I try to keep away from that. And I generally keep away from the negativity of bashing GW. Don't get me wrong, GW do some silly things sometimes. And, you know, they can be sort of criticised for that, but I don't really want to be that kind of channel. So yeah, I understand that I'm never going to be on the GW Platinum program, and I need to get over this, like, this constant feeling of having an uphill battle when it comes to creating content in and around Warhammer, that I'm never going to be never going to be on the cusp of that, never going to be at the, you know, on the top of that curve. I'm always going to be at the bottom, working my way up over the top of it. So rather than annoy myself, I'm just not going to worry about it. So if Soulblight Gravelords are coming out in a couple of weeks, well done, cool. I'll do videos on the content, that, like the articles and stuff, and things like that. That's fine. If a model comes out that I really, really like for the army, I'll get it, paint it, do a video for it. I think this is the most healthiest way of doing it, because I think as a content creator, sometimes we get so hung up on the numbers and so hung up on the growth of the channel and everything else that it kind of starts putting a lot of mounting pressure on us. And that's not really healthy. We do this because we enjoy not only making content, but we also enjoy the hobby aspect, the hobby, that community, that thing. And another thing as well, that I failed massively. I've said long for quite a few months now that I've been going to be building that Discord and trying to create a community around the channel, and that's not happened, and that's down to me for not being able to, not doing that. So, you know, bad pointy, need to fix. So this week I am 100% going to be fixing the Discord, getting that rebuilt, and I'm going to be doing a video on that later on in the week once it's done, saying it's up, here's a link, you can join. Paid content and paywall content I don't really want to do. I feel uncomfortable doing it. I have the members and the Patreons there, but I don't feel right doing that. So it's always there as a sort of thing that if you want to support me in that way, you can. I think my Patreon is basically for online tuitions, if you want to do online video tuitions. And I had a student for quite a while who improved quite well, and Ray was amazing, you know, really nice guy, and we had a lot of good times doing those lessons. And that's really what the Patreon is. It's basically for online lessons if you want to do that. But that's it. You know, I don't really want to put content behind a paywall. For things like Fulgrim, that I want to do a painting series on, I will put him in behind the paywall, because that's going to be a lot of work. A lot of work to do that. Now, I'm going to be painting him for my army, and I'm really going to go to town on him. But to do all the editing and the filming, that's going to be a lot of work and a lot of time invested in that. So that's the reason why that type of content is going to go behind a paywall. But just doing a random video of a model and putting it behind a paywall, I feel incredibly uncomfortable doing. So I don't want to do that. So yeah, I thought this video would just be me able to share how I feel. I think that's important. I think it shows transparency. I think hopefully you guys will sort of appreciate that, and I'm kind of keeping you up to date with how I want to do the channel. I have had feelings a month or so ago where I was just thinking about jacking this in completely, just stopping YouTube altogether and just not doing it anymore, because I felt that I was constantly battling the numbers, constantly. I was looking at my algorithm and well, not even the algorithm, my analytics, and just going absolutely like so angry that it just wasn't going the right way, and so beating myself up about how I can turn this around and what I could do to improve it, and realizing that, you know what, I don't need to. Who cares? If one person watches my video, awesome. Thank you to that one person. If one person likes it, if one person subscribes, brilliant. That's one more person than I should ever expect. So, you know, rather than beat myself up and put myself under pressure, I'm just going to use this as my outlet to share my passion for my hobby, to share my passion for all things wargaming, be it Warhammer or things like Baron's War or even Blood and Plunder, which I haven't even touched. You know, I really want to get into that and start playing it, because that game is amazing. Like, that game has 2 ships, and you can have naval battles on, like, yeah, I need to start playing that game. And I need to just start enjoying myself and not being so hung up on Warhammer all the time. So yeah, so I just wanted to make this video just to sort of get this off my chest. So yeah, and you know, having a bit of a brew while doing it. So yeah, so what to expect, right? So let's get off the rambly part and just get back onto what I'm gonna do, like the plan of action. Let's go, because I'm a man who likes a plan. How am I going to go forward? Right, so first things first, the Discord is going to get sorted this week, okay? I will do that either Tuesday or Wednesday when I'm off work, and I will get that squared away, and I will have an update by Friday. If I don't have an update by Friday and you all watch this video, come back to this video and then tell me in the comments, yo, dickhead, you haven't done the Discord. Okay? Shout at me, tell me I'm a plonker, and rip me apart in the comments if I haven't done it by Friday. Okay, I will have it done by Friday. Second, content that I want to be doing going forward. I want to continue with my army project videos, my video logs charting the progress of that. I want to do tutorials on my armies that I am doing, be it my Emperor's Children, my Skaven, and my Barons Wars, and things like that. I want to do more Barons War content for 2nd edition. This isn't me trying to angle to be a content creator for Barons War, not a problem. I just want to do content that I enjoy on games that I really like and want to play. I want to do more stuff on Blood and Plunder. I really want to paint one of those boats. Alright? I want to do that. I want to do more talky head stuff like this. I want to set up a podcast. I want to start getting a monthly podcast done. Even if it's just me rambling, that's what I want to do. And I just want to share my passion. I just want to share my hobby, and I just want to share my passion and my hobby passion. And if you want to come along with that, amazing. If you do, hit the subscribe button. If you're already a subscriber and you like what I want to do, then hit the thumbs up. And leave a comment. You know, leave a comment for the algorithm gods. If you don't, cool, no problem. You can't win them all. Thank you for watching the video anyway. Yeah, awesome. And yeah, that's it. I'm going to stop waffling now, otherwise we could go on forever. But I just wanted to make this video of kind of sort of get it out, get it how I feel, of what I want to do with my channel, how I want to sort of make it better, and be happier with it myself, and not stress about numbers. You know what, like setting myself, I think one of the biggest problems I've had is setting myself a yearly goal. Hitting that goal. Like when I first come onto YouTube 2.5 years ago, coming back off Twitch 2.5 years ago, I set myself a target of 3,000 subscribers. This year I set myself a target, no I didn't, yeah, last year I set myself a target of like 3,500 subscribers, and we did that. This year I set the target of hitting 5. That setting targets and making videos about that target and saying that this is what I want to do at the end of the year is probably one of the worst things I ever did. Because when my head looks at that number and it isn't going up, and I'm trying to work out how many subscribers per month I need to hit that number that I've given myself as a target, I then start getting stressed and I start causing myself problems, and that's not healthy. So I'm not going to do that anymore. So this whole thing about hitting 5,000 subscribers at the end of this year, don't care. If I don't hit 5,000 subscribers, I don't care. If I don't even hit 4,000 subscribers by the end of the year, I don't care. I need to focus on the quality of the content I'm doing, the type of content I'm doing, and ultimately trying to get my passion and my love of this through that camera to you, so you get that and you like, this guy really loves what he's doing, and you'll engage with that more. And I think that's what I need to do. So if you are liking what I'm doing, please like, subscribe, share and all that good stuff. If you want to support me in other ways, you can. Don't have to, but it's there if you do. And I'm going to see you in the next video. Discord by the end of the week. Catch you later. Bye bye.